Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I really appreciate your time for today's event. How did you find the event today?
It was really wonderful, very inspiring event that, it had taken place here in the Parliament buildings. And this is what it's all about, to bring our communities together. Nowroz is a symbol of unity, symbol of new beginning. So that's what we were celebrating here today. So I want to say on behalf of the Legislative Assembly, Nowroz Mubarak, Nowroz Pirooz, to each and every one of your listeners, audience, whoever they are, where they are, because together we can do a lot better what we have seen so far.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Of Nowroz, the Iranian New Year, the official hour of Nowroz is still a few weeks away. Today's celebration allows us to come together early to honor this beautiful tradition and share in the spirit of renewal, hope, and joy that Nowroz. Nowroz also stands for unity. So we are here together celebrating the culture, the heritage, traditions and all that, but at the same time, we are also celebrating the unity of Canadians. As you know, this unity is more important than ever before in the face of challenges our nation is facing. Nowroz is a time of new beginnings, a moment to reflect on the past year and welcome the opportunities of the year ahead. This afternoon, we are privileged to experience the rich culture expressions of Nowroz through music, dance, and poetry. We take pride in celebrating the diversity that makes British Columbia so vibrant. Events like this provide an opportunity to recognize and honor the many cultures that contribute to our shared identity, strengthening the bonds that unite us as a community.
از جشن‌هایی که در ایران باستان مرسوم بوده و به یادگار مانده، هیچ یک به طول و تقصیر نوروز نیست. نوروز را جشنی کوچک، چهارشنبه سوری به پیشواز می‌آید و جشنی دیگر، سیزده به در بدرقه می‌کند و نماد آن پهن کردن سفره هفت سین است. دعای تحویل سال هزار هزار آرزوست، هزار هزار تمنا به ساحت حضرت دوست، بلکه نظری کنند و احوالمان نیکو شود. نوروزتان مدام، الهی که روزگار نو روزگار صحت تن باشد و سلامت جان. سفره ها پربرکت، مملکت امن و امان، خانه و زندگی و سحر و سراتان آباد، چشم بد از همه دور، رحمت اهل قبور، شبتان نورانی، خوشی خنده نوروزیتان طولانی، پدر و مادر، همشیره و برادر، اولاد و همسر سالم، عزت ملک سلیمانی ایران و کانادا دائم. دلتان دور از دلتنگی و غم، چشمتان روشن که زمستان 1403 خورشیدی هم به سر می شود. فرارسیدن نوروز 1404 خورشیدی بر شما خجسته باد.
I just want to start with one Persian poem. ز کوی یار می آید نسیم باد نوروزی، از این بار گر مدد خواهی چراغ دل برافروزی. Our Premier David Abbey, rest dear guests and friends, thank you all for being here today to celebrate Nowruz. Thank you very much for everybody and happy Nowruz.
Hi everybody, happy Nowruz. Very good to see everybody here. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Mr. Speaker, for pulling us together from all parties to celebrate this incredibly important occasion for the Persian Canadian community and for the Persian diaspora around the world. Now, Nowruz may have started in Iran, but we know now that it is all over the world. Wherever you find Persian people, you will find a Nowruz celebration. And one of the things that I love about today and about this celebration is it's a reminder of, especially in a moment when all Canadians are rallying around the flag, it's a reminder of our different approach here in Canada, which is we're not turning inward, we're not turning away from the world. We embrace our diversity, we embrace our population that comes from all over the world, and all of the wonderful things that brings, including today's celebration. Now, I did want to take a moment and reflect on the incredibly difficult situation faced by the people in Iran right now. The Woman Life Freedom Movement continues strongly around the world, standing up for the rights of people in Iran and reflecting on the horrors and brutality of the dictatorship there and the lives that have been taken. And it is inspiring and hopeful to be at the Nowruz celebration, which to my mind always reminds me of spring. And we see the values in standing up for democracy, for human rights, for the voice of the people is so important to all Canadians, to all people of Persian descent, and to people around the world. And we'll continue to stand for that in partnership together. And we'll look for those signs of the shoots of spring and the resistance of the Iranian people to the dictatorship there. And so thank you for the opportunity for us to gather together to celebrate, to mark this occasion, and say Nowruz.
شاه هستم. زنم پیش مبارک. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bowen Ma, MLA for North Vancouver Lonsdale, Minister for Infrastructure for the province of British Columbia. So incredibly grateful to be with all of you here today on the territories of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and the Esquimalt First Nations. I want to acknowledge Pune and Kami, dear friends of mine who come here from North Vancouver each year in order to put on the incredible displays you see here today and put the program together in order to celebrate Nowruz, the Persian New Year. So incredibly grateful to all of you for being here to learn more about the traditions of Nowruz. Haruzatan Nowruz, Nowruzatan Piruz.
Multicultural community, as an immigrant who came to this beautiful province 35 years ago, I'm always very excited and very glad to see our government as well as organizers from different ethnic minorities groups that come together and promote their culture to the so-called bigger community. And this is exactly one example of how the Persian community can come together to let all our MLAs of different political affiliations to come together to celebrate what Canada is about, what British Columbia is about. I used to be the Minister of Multiculturalism. So as we welcome the new year, let's also reflect on the importance of peace, understanding, and inclusivity in our society. The rules is a time for hope, hope for a brighter future, stronger connections, and greater opportunity for us all. I'd like to end my remarks by citing a famous poem by Sadi Zirasi. He's a 13th century Persian poet, writer, and philosopher. His famous verse is inscribed at the United Nations building. Human beings are the member of a whole, in creation of one and soul. If a member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for others' pain, the name of human you cannot retain. On behalf of the official opposition party and BC Conservative Caucus, wish you all the Nowruz Mubarak. Thank you.
afternoon and happy Nowroz. It is absolutely an honor to stand here today as we come together to celebrate Nowroz, the Persian New Year, a time to renewal, unity and joy. Nowroz is more than just the beginning of the spring. It is a celebration of hope, rebirth, and a shared value that bring community together, regardless of background and borders. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the British Columbia Parliament and Mr. Speaker and the officials who have made this event possible. Your support in embracing culture, diversity, and recognizing the beauty of traditions like Nowroz speaks volume about the inclusivity and warmth of our province. Nowroz reminds us that with every new beginning there is a hope, and with unity we can create something truly special. Thank you all for being here, and I wish you and your family filled with health, happiness, and prosperity. Eid Shalom Mubarak.
Nice to hear it celebrated by millions around the world, and I'd like to recognize the symbolic gesture of generosity, the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones, and the importance of connection and growth. So also acknowledging the vibrant contributions of the Iranian, Canadian, and broader Central Asian community here in our province and beyond. I don't have any Farsi, but I will say that your traditions, culture, and hard work enrich our society. We're proud to have you. And in the spirit of the Premier, also just want to recognize the struggle of Iranians back home and how important that is. So let's look forward to the future with hope and optimism, embrace the beauty of togetherness and the celebration to come. I've learned two things, so I'm going to try them both out, and perhaps you can let me know which is more appropriate. But to all of you, thank you for inviting me here today, and Nowroz Mubarak and Nowroz Piruz.
Congratulate all of you. Be proud of your history, your heritage. At the same time, do anything and everything to keep our country of Canada, very democratic and beautiful. In Canada, we have people who have come here from all parts of the world. But at the same time, some people forget that people already had lived here before the colonizers came, 150, 200 years ago. The indigenous people, the First Nations, they've been living here for thousands of years. They were neglected, they were ignored, their culture, their language was decimated. So now, in this parliament, I have taken up upon myself to make sure that we recognize the indigenous people. We have inscribed their language, the Congo language outside. And when we have an event like Nowroz celebrating here, that's a part of that same journey we are on, to celebrate each and every one of us. That's what Canada is all about. This is what British Columbia is all about. So again, I was born in India. When I came here as a young boy, and we used to celebrate Nowroz here in South India. There are lots of people from the Zoroastrian background. They celebrate, it's called Nowroz. It's like a new day, the same thing. So we celebrated there and still do. So again, on behalf of the Legislative Assembly of British Columbia, I want to say congratulations and thank you to all the organizers for a wonderful event that you have put together, celebrating our culture, our history, our heritage. Thank you so much. All the best. Enjoy.